many of you know, there are a ton of awesome games coming out on the Nintendo Switch at the end of this quarter. Many of them coming out this November. We saw a lot in October. Obviously Mario Odyssey was a big one. But we're here to show you and tell you our top 8 games coming out this month, November 2017.
This is Super Farley Bros' top 8 pick of Nintendo Switch games coming out in November. So starting off our list, we have Skyrim, a game we all know and love. We got motion controls, as well as some amiibo functionality with this version of Skyrim. We're going to be seeing some Zelda Breath of the Wild gear coming out, with some confirmed gear, such as the Master Sword, the Hylian Shield, and the Champion's Tunic. So we're going to be also seeing all the DLC of Skyrim included in this version, including Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn.
And this is actually going to be not only a digital copy, but we're also getting a physical copy of Skyrim, which is awesome because most of the time these bigger games, especially from Bethesda, end up carrying a lot of memory. And with the Switch, every bit of memory we can save is so important.
This game is going to be a total of $60 plus the DLC. Granted, we've already seen Skyrim for many years now, but this time it's going to be portable. We're going to be able to take it anywhere we want. So bang for your buck, we're looking at it pretty high. Coming out November 17th.
Next on the list is a personal favorite of mine and my wife's as well, Snipper Clips Plus. I always want to call it Snipper Clippers, but it's Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips is coming out November 10th, and it is really just such a simple but exciting game. It's going to be the first release, the first physical copy release at $30, which is really good for what you're getting. This edition is going to not only include all the original gameplay, but it's also going to have 2 additional new worlds, which are going to be a comic book world and a toy box world, as well as in those worlds 30 new levels. There's also going to be additional mini games as well, which aren't exactly my favorite kind of thing, but a lot of people might like them for themselves. This game is coming in at $30, and it is an awesome game to play, especially if you have a wife or husband or any friends or family that you enjoy playing games with.
So definitely, if you want to build relationships or perhaps destroy them, this is definitely a game that's going to suit you. Next on the list we have Rocket League. This is coming out on the Switch November 14th, and it remains the same price as on other consoles, $20. But it's only going to be sold through the eShop. This is one of the only games on the Nintendo Switch so far that's going to be multi-platform, meaning that you can play with your friends that have it on Xbox. Nintendo has some customized cars, specifically the Mario, Luigi, and Samus cars, with their own personalized boosts and toppers. The boosts can only be used with those cars, but the toppers can be used with any other car in Rocket League.
Again, this game comes in at a whopping $20, which is actually pretty cheap for how much awesome gameplay you're going to get out of this. If any of you have played this game on any other platforms, you know that it is well worth the money because you're going to be spending tons of time on it. Next on our list is something that Brian and I have actually been really excited to play. It is Resident Evil Revelations, and this is the collection, which includes Revelations 1 and 2. For those of you who haven't played Resident Evil before, it is a terrifying game for most people. Brian and I have been scared out of our mind when playing this game before. So any of you that love thrillers, that love scary movies for sure, and maybe a little bit of twist and puzzle solving, this is definitely the game for you. Another plus to this new version is that the game is actually going to be in 1080p, both for Revelations 1 and 2. This copy of Resident Evil will actually be coming with a physical and a digital copy for both the games that you can purchase. The physical copy does include the first game, but surprisingly enough, it actually does not have the second game on the cartridge. That means that you're going to have to download it separately, and you will be given a code for that as well if you buy the $40 game. The downside to this is that the digital copy for number 2 is actually 26 gigabytes. So if you're getting this game, you also are probably going to be buying a SD card as well.
So those of you who want to get scared on the go, this is definitely a game for you, definitely worth the money, and it's tons of fun. Next on our list is the remake of the 1993 game Doom. It was originally made for the PS4 and Xbox One, but is now being ported over to the Nintendo Switch. Doom is a first-person shooter where you're seemingly the last person alive trying to live in a world of demons. So obviously, since Doom's going to be on the Switch, it's going to be portable, which is super awesome. We'll be able to take it anywhere we want, but on the downside, it's going to suffer in its quality. Instead of being 60 frames per second, it's only going to be 30 frames per second, and it's going to be a little bit softer on the details.
Some news that came out recently about Doom is about the memory space it's going to be taking up. You can buy this game on the eShop or in a physical copy. The only downside is that when you do have the game in a copy, you will still have to download 9 gigabytes worth of data if you want to play in a multiplayer mode. Again, you don't have to do this, it's totally optional for the player. But if you do want to play multiplayer, which is definitely something that we do recommend, you will need that 9 gigabytes of extra storage room available in order to play multiplayer.
Doom will be coming out November 10th for $60.
Next on our list is LA Noire. I was originally hesitating on putting this on the list because neither Brian or I have played the game before, but a lot of people have been really excited about this game. It's another Rockstar game. Those are the same people who made Grand Theft Auto. And it originally came out in 2011 and it was a huge hit. Metacritic gave it a score of 89 on the PS3, and many people have been excited to see this game come onto the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, like many of the other games that have been ported, especially from third parties, this game is portable, and that's what makes it so enticing to everyone to get this game again. One of the downsides to LA Noire is the price. On the PlayStation and the Xbox One, you can get this game for 40 bucks. Unfortunately, on the Switch, it's another $10 on top of that. However, on the positive side, again, the game is portable, and it comes with some great features where it uses the HD rumble, the gyroscopic, and the touchscreen controls. Probably the biggest downside for LA Noire on the Switch, even with a physical copy, is the additional storage that you need on game day. Before you even start playing the game, it requires a 14 gigabyte update. That means, as we said with many of the others, you will probably need an SD card.
LA Noire looks like it's going to be a pretty good game, but it may be a bit pricey when it comes out November 14th at $50. Next on our list is Sonic Forces. For those of you who are big Sonic fans, big Sega fans, this is a game for you. It's an action-adventure platform game mixed with the side-scrolling of traditional Sonic games. The physical release of Sonic Forces is going to be $40, and it's going to be 1080p. No codes were really sent out to test the game to begin with, so we don't have too much gameplay or too much knowledge exactly on what's going to be happening in Sonic Forces, but from what we can see, it's going to be a very crisp game with really good quality, 1080p, and a lot of content.
Sonic Forces is coming out in a physical release at $40 on November 7th. Coming up last on our list is Rime. Rime is an adventure puzzle game which is really similar to the Zelda style of puzzle solving that we're so used to. Rime, much like many other indie games, has brought in such a beautiful and bright art style and has really caught the attention of so many different gamers. Rime was originally released for the PS4, Xbox, and PC at $30. However, if you want to get a physical copy of this game, it is going to be $10 extra on top of the regular $30 price. Luckily, Greybox is going to include $10 worth of content that you would have to buy separately if you were on a different platform. There's a lot that we already know about this game, there's a lot of gameplay already about this game. It looks really great, it looks very fun, and Rime will be coming to us November 14th for the Switch. These are just a few of the amazing games that are coming out this November, and not even to mention the many indie games that we're yet to see.
November is going to be a great month for all Nintendo Switch owners because of all the great games that are going to be coming out.
Let us know in the comments below what games you're excited for this November, and as always, remember to like and subscribe and look forward to more videos like this in the future.
And as always,
we'll see ya.